Hi, Gemini. Thank you for joining. I'm here for an April 2025 general forecast for your sign. I am your master cosmologist, and I'm going to start your reading off with just a caution. You have Rigel, the fixed star Rigel affecting you right now. Jupiter is there, and me no likey. Me no likey this for you. Me no likey this for anyone in general. But specifically for you guys, this is especially dangerous and precautionary just because what the energy here is being manipulated, misled, or brainwashed by media, propaganda, brainwashing, um, weaponized sound waves, that type of energy. And you guys are the most susceptible because you guys deal with what goes on in here, like goes in the noggin via the ears, the ear canal. Just really encouraging social media breaks, being offline, turning the TV off, detaching, hearing nature, getting a nice dose of nature sounds in instead of being online so much. There's this big note with Gemini that came up in my relationship readings too for you guys about dopamine and being overstimulated by dopamine, having imbalances of dopamine releases and how dangerous that is. So just really, my first recommendation is to shut down, shut off these devices, get some time outside, read a book, do some mental health time. Yeah, find solitude and quiet sometimes. I've got a card that snuck off the bottom of the tarot deck, so we'll start there for you guys. I've got Tarot of Curious Creatures as well as the Dream Weaver's Oracle, and the card that came up is the Tower. You know how this is reading to me? Cell towers. Turning off your cell phone, the damage of frequencies, the damage to our bodies, to our environment, EMFs. It's really big on the airwaves today. And I think we are just going to find out more and more how gross it feels to be in front of these things. I'm actually having an extremely hard time recording. I feel like this whole project of being on YouTube might just bomb out like the tower. Oh my gosh, that reminds me of my journey to my ayahuasca ceremony. I was shown all the cell towers. It's a story, but it's the same energy. This is just not good for the physical body. And if you can see the cracks there, it is, how do I want to say this? Not only is it disruptive, but it almost weakens the integrity of the cells. Oh, I just got a nasty image shown to me of our cells bursting. Like it's the wrong frequency. And it's like when they do the glass with the sound around the rim and it shatters. Same thing. Ooh, you guys are like going to be the whistleblowers. Or I'm going to be the whistleblower and be like, we got to stop this. Let's see what else wants to come out because that was all Jupiter at Rigel in your sign, 16 degrees of Gemini. The Weavers watch the dragons fly. Oh, I love this. It's not quite dragonfly season, but I get the notion to reiterate going outside. I think everybody's message is going to say this. Aries, Taurus already got the same kind of general gist. You guys are getting it too. Weavers watch the dragons fly. How much more fun, how much more enriching, how much more nurturing to your soul. It's soul food to go outside and watch the bugs sometimes, watch the fireflies, Watch the dragonflies. Even though some of those creatures aren't out yet, I'm sure you could watch some mosquitoes right now. I'm sure they're flittering about already. Let's see what the actual meaning of this card is. It's such a neat card. It's interesting. I've had this deck for almost 2 months now. I used it for myself for a month, and I've been using it for a good week and a half on videos for you guys. And so many cards that I've never pulled yet in 30 days. Well, I guess that would be like almost 2 months. Keep coming up. I've never pulled this card yet. It means being the observer, curiosity, seeing the big picture, not taking anything personally. I love that. Being the observer instead of the talker, being the observer instead of being the one on the YouTube or posting on social media, going outside, observing life more. It's the opposite quality to Gemini, isn't it? Where instead of being the one who's always talking or always being active or always needing to be observed, taking an observer stance this month, watching the stars, getting a telescope out, getting a set of binoculars and watching birds. Look at the eyes there. Suggest taking up some new hobbies potentially, like bird watching, something very slow, something very nature absorbed too, like rich with being in nature would be really good for Gemini to onboard at this time because it's going to be mana for your soul. It's going to nourish you in ways that being online or being attached to the cell phone or talking too much, even gabbing, gossiping, yammering on and on. I feel like bird watching is a big hit for some of you. Seeing the big picture. There's so much more going on out in the community. Nothing is actually happening much online. Go to a coffee shop, go to a local park, go to an art event in town, go to a festival, go to a spring street fair. I feel like that's the encouragement for Gemini because Gemini rules communities and our local relationships. Being more involved in the community, a communal aspect of your life that could be absent or deficient is being brought up with this card. And then not taking anything personally. Looking at some of the words in the card here, see if anything else pops up. One question that is standing out, it says, what am I making this mean? Potentially a touchstone question for you this month. What am I making this mean? Ensuring that it's not personal anymore. It's not an affront anymore. And really assessing, taking some time to assess and observe, taking a step back, looking at the bigger picture, remaining neutral, staying curious, and then being willing to explore all of reality with a different set of eyes, new perspectives, getting new perspectives. I feel too with the tower, it's an energy that kicks two souls out of the tower, out of the house. There's a sense of just getting active and being movement based, like running out of the house, like take a run, go outside your own front door and take a run. Let me get another card from the tarot deck for you and see if anything else wants to come out for Gemini as my hair gets shuffled into the deck. I feel like this little stuck card, it's very stuck actually. I had to loosen my grip on it. The King of Pentacles. I like that. He has a front row seat to nature. It's speaking of highly beneficial, higher quality of life, much richer experiences. Look at, he's got antlers too. He's tuning into nature, right into his little brain. How cool. It's going to be highly beneficial for you guys to get out in nature and attune to nature sounds, okay? Turn off all the electronics, cut the EMFs, shut your Wi-Fi off if you're not using it. Take your meals outside. Take a book out on a blanket and read it there. The more you can get outside, the more beautiful, magical, and enriched I feel like your life experience is going to feel. That's what I've got for you guys, Gemini, for April. I hope it was beneficial, and I will see you on a video in the future. Bye.